Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new video on Prize Picks. We've got a huge slate of college football games in this video. And I want to break down, I think I have over 10 plays in this video. I actually lost count. I was going ahead, prepping all my plays before this video, showing every single play that I absolutely love. And there's quite a lot. So we're going to get into it. But first off, go ahead, do me a favor, drop a like on this video. Helps me out a ton, and as you guys know, my whole goal on this channel is to make you guys money in any way possible. So it helps me doing what I want to do best every single day. Now, let's talk about the free winnables. So all you got to do is go over to Google and type in winnable.com/bam. The link should be up there as well. And this is where I send out my bonus free plays every single day. So you guys can sign up for the free plan right here. Like it says, literally doesn't charge you a dime. And all it does is after you subscribe to the plan, you literally get to receive the plays on your phone. So if I'm just out and about and I see a line change or I see a great play out there, I usually send at least one free play every day. And I'm going to send one today. I'll talk about that in a little bit. And then it just sends out, literally just shows you all my plays. We had a huge day on Thursday Night Football. If you guys missed out, let's go ahead and talk about it real quick. Everybody was taking the under, right? Everybody said it was going to be a huge unk fest, right? Joe Flacco, Aaron Rodgers, not going to play very fast. I said, nah, we're taking the over, put $500 on it, cashed out for over $850. And that was just a Thursday Night Football game. You guys won't believe how insane our Saturdays and Sundays are until you guys watch this video all the way to the end, and you'll see exactly how great these plays are. So we're going to start it off in actually a game where I think a lot of people are overlooking. We've got quite a few plays for the big games, but Michigan versus Washington. I think this one's one more overlooked game right here. And in this game, I think Washington is going to have a very positive passing script, right? So what does that mean? That means they might go behind by a little bit, but they're going to keep it close, and they are going to end up having to pass the ball, right? They need to play a little bit of hurry up offense. And this actually is perfect for a team like Washington, who does prefer to pass the ball. They've got a great running back in Jonah Coleman, who's actually very effective out of the backfield as well, right? But Devin Williams is their star player, and the player who we're actually going to be taking here isn't Williams, it's actually Denzel Boston. So Boston's been pretty solid here. He's hit this in three of the last 4 games, but he's actually really popped off in the last couple. 98 against Rutgers, 71 against Maryland. But in this one, he's going up against obviously a tougher Michigan defense. I think what's going to happen, they're going to have to pass the ball, right? Running game is not going to go very well. Michigan might go up by a couple scores. Boston's a stud. This one, you just have to go ahead and lock in. But now, if you guys want to make these plays a little bit easier, go ahead, take the Goblin at 49. At 39, probably not going to give you a great payout, but I think taking Boston at 50 yards is an absolute elite parlay piece right there. But we're moving on to the next game that I love right here. It's actually still a noon game. It's TCU at Baylor, or actually, I think it's at TCU. So, Baylor at TCU, excuse me. In this one, it's going to be an absolute shootout, right? Everybody knows these are two of the highest flying teams. They play a lot of passing offense, and it's going to be a fun game to watch, right? In this one, basically what I've seen is that the books have accounted for the quarterbacks. They know this one's going to be a very high passing game, right? A lot of passes being thrown, a lot of quick offensive drives. So they bumped both of those quarterbacks up over 300 yards, almost at 310 yards for both these guys. Absolutely insane. But what they seem to have missed for some ridiculous reason is the wide receivers, right? They moved Eric McAllister up. Obviously, 83.5 is a high line. I still think he's going to hit this, but it's still a high line. One of the guys they just didn't move at all for some reason is Jordan Dwyer. So Jordan Dwyer has had a couple rough weeks. This is probably the only reason why they're tanking his line like this. But if you guys look at how has Hoover done in the last couple weeks, he hit against K-State. That's because McAllister had a huge game. But in these last couple before that, he wasn't doing great. So it makes sense why Dwyer wasn't doing great. Now he's projected over 300 yards. I think Dwyer's going to have an easy time of hitting this. He could catch 2 passes and instantly be done with this line. 40 yards is ridiculous for someone who's the wide receiver 2 on a team, right? Like, if McAllister's covered, Dwyer's going to get the ball. That's going to happen 4 to 5 times a game, you got to think. And if he averages at least 12 yards a catch, 10 to 12 yards a catch, even though he's usually averaging more like 17 on some great days, this could be an easy win, right? You just got to do the math behind that and really think with your mind instead of just betting with your heart and going, well, Eric McAllister's the better wide receiver, I'm just going to take him, right? That's not the way you want to play. If you guys want to take the Baylor side of the ball, a player who I absolutely love is going to be the wide receiver 1, Josh Cameron. Michael Trigg's been great at tight end, but I love Josh Cameron right here. I know the lines are not great right here. The colors don't look great for you guys, but you got to look past that. You got to look at the matchup, and the matchup against TCU is great because TCU can keep up on offense. They're a quick offense, and they're terrible on passing defense. So that's just perfect ingredients for a shootout right here. But that's enough about that. Let's get into the big games, right? Huge games at 3:30. Georgia hosting Ole Miss. So in this one, it's very similar to what we just talked about. Georgia are 7-point favorites in this game, right? They're projected to win. A lot of people think they're going to win. I obviously think this is going to be a lot closer than that because Georgia's the kind of team that even if they might be able to grit out wins late in games, they still don't really win convincingly. At least this, I would say, regime of Georgia, since, obviously their past dynasty, I guess we'd say, is kind of coming to a close. They're very solid. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to just absolutely dominating teams, especially teams at the quality of Ole Miss, they're not really there yet, right? But that's to say, I think this game's going to be very close. I think one player is going to absolutely pop off. The player who has popped off for 4 weeks straight now, Trinidad Chambliss, right? 246.5. We're going to get 250 yards. He's played against Arkansas, Tulane, LSU, WSU. So, he's hit 250 in every single game. And he's hit over 300 in 3 of those games. And now you're telling me his line is down at 246. It makes no sense. And this is a Georgia team who got torn up by Tennessee in the first quarter for 14 points and like 150 passing yards, right? By Joey Aguilar. This is not a Georgia defense who's just locked down on the pass. Let's not get it twisted. Just because their name is Georgia does not mean their defense is super solid. That's how it used to be. Now it's a little bit different, right? Trinidad Chambliss, 246.5 passing yards. Take that one to the bank. And I'm honestly cool with you guys goblining this or putting a little down. And the idea is if you take it as a flat pick, right, 246, it's a great straight play. I'm locking this in as a parlay just to show you guys exactly the plays that I'm taking. But when you take a play like this, here's just some great advice. You want to take it as a straight play. And if you want it as a parlay piece, you go ahead, move the line down a little bit, right? Take him at 200 yards and chuck that into a parlay of a lot of plays that you like. This is exactly what we do on the VIP, building, optimizing great slip types, straights, parlays, team plays, exactly to just maximize your bankroll. And speaking of the VIP, I'll show you guys how the VIP has been doing recently. 31.08 units of profit in the last 14 days. 14 days, we're up 31 units, which means if you're $100 better, you've made $3,000 just copying my plays in the last 2 weeks. This is absolutely insane. And I even show you guys exactly which plays I feel more confident on. 5-unit plays, we're 3-0. When I say take a 4-unit play, we're 2-1. Pretty solid. When I say take a 3-unit play, we're actually 4-1 over there. So very, very good. 31 units of profit. And the best part is, if you guys are watching this right now, 8 minutes in, first up, appreciate y'all. Second up, you can get VIP for completely free. Sign up and get a free month of VIP when you get on Sleeper or on Chalkboard with code BAM. So all you got to do, download the app, sign up with code BAM, and then text me at this number right here. Once you guys text me, I'll get you guys a free month of VIP. Easy as you guys will be on cashing out, hopefully, 30 units. We got 30 units in the last 14 days. Next month, we could be going over 100 units, and I wouldn't even be surprised. Now, let's move in to the next play of the day. This one's been honestly on my mind the whole since this line dropped because of how insane it is. Honestly, I can't believe this is still up here. But it's Dante Moore to not throw a pick, right? In this one, I like Dante Moore. Honestly, I don't mind fading his under. 272 is a very high line. I know Rutgers is a really bad passing defense. 272 is a high line. I don't think Oregon's going to struggle here, right? They are 17.5 point favorites. 17.5 point favorites. This game is not going to be close. Rutgers are not the kind of team to keep a game close with an Oregon, right? Oregon's going to go out there, show everybody why they should not have dropped that many spots in this last AP poll, right? Dante Moore, he's not going to throw the ball away. I don't think he's going to throw the ball very much, which is why I like him on the under, but I like him even more to not throw a pick. Let's just call it there, right? He's not going to throw the ball very much. They're going to run the ball a heck of a lot because they're going to be winning. And when he does throw the ball, it's going to be safe, solid, consistent passes that he knows he can just cut up this defense at will. This should be a very, very clear-cut game for Dante Moore. And if we look at it, why is this line so high? It's because he threw 2 picks against the 3rd best team in the nation. the third best team in the nation. Now he's playing up against Rutgers. There is no reason for this line to be here, right? He had a bad game. Last weekend, he was playing a great team. Now he's playing a bad team. He's not going to repeat, right? It's just that simple. But let's move in to the Texas game. Texas is going on the road here, Kentucky, and obviously Texas should win this. I mean, there's a lot of questions surrounding Texas, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Texas is going to be leading in this game. Texas is going to be beaten by the pass, right? You want to look at a line like this at 168.5 and hit the over, right? 170 yards should be really easy. Anybody can hit that in a single half, right? But this guy's been kind of inconsistent. I still think he's going to hit it, right? But what am I going to do? I'm going to be smarter than that. I'm going to take a different side of the exact same play, right? Instead of taking 168.5, we can literally scroll down and get his wide receiver 1 at 33.5 yards. This makes no sense to me. 33.5 yards is one catch, one big catch, or 3 small catches, and he has cashed this line. 64 yards against Georgia, 41 yards against South Carolina, 44 yards against Ole Miss. When he plays good teams, he pops off. He hits this line. Pops off means 40 yards. We need 34 yards. I do not understand why this line is so low. Take Kendrick Law on the over right here. Kendrick Law, he could hit this in one play, right? He could genuinely hit this in one play, and that's literally not even me exaggerating. That's not me exaggerating at all. But another play that I like, probably I don't want to throw this out there, but I would say my favorite player of the day, right? I loved this player the last couple months, really since the season started. My favorite player of the day, you guys know the name, Ahmad Hardy. Going on the road, Auburn. Mizzou's looking so strong right now. They are going to pound the rock again, and again. They've got Ahmad Hardy, who had 4 elite games, then had 1 rough game against Alabama. I say rough game, he still had 50 rushing yards. We just need 80 in this game. If he breaks one free for 30, 40 yards, he's already halfway there. And then we have the entire rest of the second half when they're going to be leading in this game for them to just give him the rock. He needs 8 first downs to get this. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Ahmad Hardy's running lights out. His line was set over 100, and now they play one hard team, and they had a bad game, so they bumped the line down. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. 79.5, I love this. Absolutely love this on the over. I don't mind taking him to get a touchdown too. If you guys like Ahmad Hardy to get a touchdown, it's in here somewhere. Actually, yeah, they've got him at 2 touchdowns. That's how solid he is. But you're probably not going to get a great payout on that if I'm being 100% honest. So Ahmad Hardy, 79.5 rushing yards, but we are not done yet, guys. I'm telling you guys, I'm giving you so many free picks on this video. So I love this game, of course. It's going to be a big one. But the one game that I have earmarked is 7 p.m. Eastern. Where is it at? Tennessee at Alabama. Seed 11 at seed 6. This game I am dropping a free play for. Free play. I've got it in my mind right now. I'm not going to say it on the YouTube video. I'm going to send it out to all you guys for completely free right after I click record and click post on this video. It will be going live in the Winnable. So make sure you guys are signed up on the free plan. It's going to go college football, free lock of the day, Tennessee at Alabama. Make sure you guys are signed up on the Winnable. Let's make some money.